Rams vs. Bears, what can I say? I was right. I believe my official prediction was 35-14, but I'll take 1 point off. What's up, guys? Zach Friesen here. Today we are going to be talking about the Rams and Bears game. We're going to be going over a review, what went well, what went wrong. Not much went wrong. We're going to be talking about Matthew Stafford and much more. So if you guys want to hear about all that, go ahead and stick around till the end of the video and subscribe for more. So first of all, I know I had to talk about Matthew Stafford. Now, I did make a video on Matthew Stafford predictions and he just demolished them. And I think he could be an MVP candidate this year. I know I have this ongoing thing with Jared Goff on my channel saying I want him to be MVP, but if either of those guys want MVP, I'll be a happy man. Or if Aaron Donald won MVP, I'd be a happy man, but he's going to have to get more than 1 sack a game to do it. But overall, Rams played amazing today, or well, yesterday. I'm making this video the day of, but you get it. But anyways, Rams played amazing. Matthew Stafford played amazing. Cooper Kupp played amazing. Pretty much the whole offense played amazing, considering, Tyler Higbee had his moments. Robert Woods had that touchdown late. Van Jefferson surprised a lot of people with more than just that 167-yard catch on the second play of our drive or whatever it was. I'm just saying the Rams have played better than I honestly thought they would, especially on the defensive side as well. Kenny Young, amazing. I believe I saw a stat where he was targeted, or he was thrown to about 6 times, or maybe it was 10 times, zero receptions. So Kenny Young, absolutely amazing play. Jalen Ramsey, that one stint where basically the 3 plays back to back to back, he was just making play after play in the backfield, tackling people. Jalen Ramsey was the standout of yesterday on defense. Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp are both standouts on offense. Now, we're going to be going over other stuff as well. I just wanted to say things were clicking on all cylinders, and it was great that we got to start off against the Bears because the Bears are not that great. But I think we can be doing this to a lot of teams in the NFL. We are going to be one of the top echelon of teams this year. But yeah, let's get into some more specifics. So we can see here that Andy Dalton had a pretty bad day. 72 QB rating, 35 QBR, 200 yards, and 1 pick. While Matthew Stafford had an amazing day. Had a 156 rating, which he never achieved once with the Detroit Lions in his 12 years or whatever it was. 90 QBR, 3 touchdowns, basically just amazing. Darrell Henderson played a great game as well. He kind of got overshadowed by the passing game, but really he was the only back we had to use because everything was just going so well. And he had 70 yards, 4.4 average per carry, as well as 1 touchdown. And receiving wise, Cooper Kupp had 108 yards, 1 touchdown, and 10 targets. That's really what I want to highlight. Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, and Tyler Higbee all had the most yards, but Cooper Kupp had 10 targets. Tyler Higbee had 6. Obviously, we know that Matthew Stafford used to like to throw to TJ Hawkinson a lot. Maybe that was because he was one of the only really good players that they had on offense. But it kind of translated here to Tyler Higbee. They had a very good connection, so did Cooper Kupp and him. Van Jefferson obviously is at the top because he had that 167-yard touchdown, but he also had that 1 third down play as well that absolutely kept the drive alive and was amazing. Robert Woods didn't shine as much, but he did have that touchdown. In terms of defensively, Jordan Fuller really did stand out. Jalen Ramsey stood out a lot. I'm surprised he got that many tackles because normally we have him just out in coverage, but yesterday we were using him as a Swiss Army knife. He was all over the place making plays. Absolute dog. Justin Hollins had those 2 sacks. He really stood out as well. And not only that, but obviously Aaron Donald had his 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack. So overall, team played amazing. David Long, that 1 interception really set the tone for the day. But yeah, PFF gives a great game recap, so let's go over this. We kind of already talked about Matthew Stafford, so I don't want to go too deep into that. But one thing to note is that Stafford, with his play action passing against Chicago, was 7 for 7, 153 yards, and 1 touchdown, 2 big time throws. Overall, amazing. There's some really cool stats here, but I really want to go over the stuff that we don't, that PFF highlights really well, and that's the offensive line play. They say it was a mediocre night for the Rams offensive line that is heavily protected by McVay's scheme. They saw only 15 true pass set opportunities and gave up 5 pressures on those dropbacks. But their run blocking was exceptional, and they currently have the second highest run block grade among the 30 offensive lines. So that is good because Matthew Stafford is able to outplay a bad offensive line. We have seen that in Detroit, but run blocking is a lot better when your run blocking is amazing, and considering you do have Cam Akers, we're going to have amazing blocking, which we did. In terms of defensive line, Aaron Donald obviously got off to a slow start, but he did only win 2 pass rush reps in the first half before winning 6 in the second. So, they're game planning against him. He's getting double and triple teamed, just the normal stuff for Aaron Donald. They highlight that the Rams couldn't have asked for a better performance from Kenny Young. They say that he saw 6 targets in coverage and allowed 0 first downs while forcing an incompletion. So very good, because that was one of my concerns, was inside linebacker, and Kenny Young absolutely killed it. So yeah, I don't want to go over Chicago because it's a Rams breakdown, really, even though it says Rams vs. Bears. I do want to, however, note that the Rams are the top team according to PFF with a 90 grade compared to the next closest person, the Cardinals, at 82. They have the best offense according to PFF, and then we have the second to best defense, barely beaten out by the Arizona Cardinals. So overall, amazing play from the Rams. Before I do go, I want to go over Matthew Stafford's 3 different touchdowns that he did have. So let's go over this. This is I think this was like the second play of the game, but obviously he gets that to Van Jefferson. Beautiful ball, placed perfectly, and Van Jefferson obviously doesn't get touched, and he gets in that end zone. But Matthew Stafford absolutely put that thing on a rope and really got Rams fans excited, especially me. I was screaming in my room. Amazing. In terms of the next one, we do see that there is just a blown coverage to the Bears defense, and Cooper Kupp just sitting wide open. Us fantasy owners with the Matthew Stafford Cooper Kupp pair in fantasy were extremely happy. Won me my league. But yeah, so I mean, this is absolutely just a rope. He obviously got roughed the passer on that one, but still put it on a dime to Cooper Kupp. And finally, we do have this last play, which a lot of people are really saying Jared Goff would never do this, which I agree. Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback, more skilled, and he put that thing where only Woods could get it and absolutely just tiptoes the line. Oh, this is just a beautiful play. Boom, tiptoes right in there. Overall, Matthew Stafford played amazing this week. So did all of our receivers. The line played good from what I saw. PFF said that their pass blocking wasn't too amazing, but Matthew Stafford can obviously outplay his line, and he made them look good. So overall, amazing play. And that is going to bring us into a game with the Colts next week, in which we are favored by 4 points. I'm going to be giving predictions on that later this week, so go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to see that. But overall, amazing play from the Rams. I'm extremely excited for the NFL season. 17-0, here we come.